welcome to yet another interesting edition of the program, Counting the Years in Love. This is a program designed for couples who have been married for years. We bring them to come share their marital experiences with us. How do they weather through the storm? How do they have those best of moments together? How does it feel? These and more on the program. If you're watching for the very first time, you're very welcome. The program is Counting the Years in Love. I have an amazing couple we'll be discussing with today, and I'll introduce them after the break. I'm E. Wonder. Stay with us. Welcome back. If you just joined us, the program is Counting the Years in Love, and our guest couple today is a couple I'm sure you like to listen to their story. I'm going to be talking with Pastor and Deaconess Dayo Komolafe. Hello, sir. Ma, welcome on the program.
Thank you.
It's so good to be with you.
Thank you.
I love your smile.
Thanks.
The gap tooth is beautiful. Pastor, you're not smiling.
I'm smiling.
All right, so straight up, we're talking. How long have you been married?
Been married since 1996.
1996. Okay, so that's like
going to
24 years. Wow.
November 30th, 1996.
Wow, nice. Good. We get dates, of course. People always remember the date we get married. Okay, so how's it been like, sir?
Well, it has been wonderful. God has been so faithful since we got to marry each other as a husband and wife. There have been ups and downs. They have not been easy, but God is what makes a difference in our home today. We thank God for the grace we have enjoyed in the past since we got to come together as husband and wife. There have been ups and downs, but through prayers and through the help of God, we were able to sustain the marriage to the level where we are today.
Praise God. All right, some point of the program we'll look at the ups and downs if it becomes necessary. But first, how did you meet?
That's a big question.
Yeah.
Which every of the viewers would like to listen to.
Oh, definitely.
Well, we got to meet, if I'm not mistaken, that was the year 1994.
Whoa.
She came to serve.
Whoa.
In Yola, that is in Adamawa State.
Okay.
And that particular time, I was in the other side, that is in the Waigama Church.
Okay.
That is called the church is on our Mema Cherubim and Seraphim.
Okay.
So it happens that day that the founder or the leader of the church rather is late now. As of then, he normally call her Soja Abacha because she came to serve when Abacha was the head of state.
Oh, okay.
So he always refer her as Soja Abacha. Okay. So she came to serve then. So in the church that particular day that we had an encounter with each other, she came into the church. She wanted to pick one of the spiritual material they prepared for her. And I was sitting at the entrance of the church. And I was, by the grace of election, I was the church secretary. She just told me, say, secretary, give me your handkerchief, let me cover my head before I enter the church, because in the Cherubim and Seraphim, you must cover your head before you enter the church. So she requested me giving her the handkerchief, of which I handed over to her. Then she covered her head, she entered the church, she picked what she wanted to pick. When then the leader, the prophetess of the church now told her that they want me to go and buy a banana for her. She wants to use to break the fast. So, and I told her, please escort me.
Sorry, you were meeting her for the first time?
I'm meeting her, yes.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Okay.
So
So
and I now told her that please escort me to where I want to go and buy the banana for the prophetess of the church. And that's how we went. Somewhere we so on our way going, so eventually I just told her, yeah, if we didn't mind, I wanted to marry you.
Excuse me, just like that?
Just like that. I didn't waste time. I'm a very good shooter. So
No. Someone you met for the very first time.
I just told her believe me sincerely. She's here.
Okay.
I just told her, if we didn't mind, I wanted to marry you. Well, once she said that, I'll go and pray about it. And whatever the answer is, I'll let you know later. So we came back, we delivered the message, then started visiting each other. She came to my house maybe that week or maybe after. I'm very good in cooking. I cook well.
All right, so let me cut you. Ma, when he said that to you, how did that come to you? He met you for the very first time. You just saw him off to go buy something, and he's like, if you don't mind, I'd like to marry you.
I think there is.
How did you take
what
it?
really happened is that day when I came to church, I asked him because I came from Thursday CDS.
Okay.
So to church, and then I asked him that please. I've been seeing him on altar in church, but we have not been talking.
Okay.
So I now asked him, please give me your handkerchief, let me use to cover my head, which he gave me. So after then, the woman asked him, like, go and buy a banana for me. He now said, Soja Bacha, will you like to follow me? I said, okay, there's no problem, let me follow. So we went. We came back. He did not actually talk that he has forgotten this. I'm the one that is happening to.
Exactly.
So, and he now said, where do you stay? I said, I stay I'm serving at ATV.
Okay.
That's Adamawa Television Corporation. Yola,
and at the same time, I live in one of the estates that was
Bajabure Housing
Estate. I said, okay, one of these days, I'll come and pay you a visit in your place of work. I said there's no problem, so we parted. So all along we coming to church. It was after about maybe months after. So we be talk about. I didn't have anything in mind. We are the way Copper used to be. Copper will just free mind.
Yeah.
How are you? Everybody will just go. And that day just I didn't know that he had interest anyway.
Okay.
But we are just good friends from that time.
Okay.
Until one day, I asked him, where do you live? He didn't want me to know where he's living. Despite the fact I didn't have anything in mind.
Yeah.
So he said, I live around, it's not far. So I said, let me know where you are living. So maybe a few weeks or sometimes after then, I went to his house after the service. So he prepared that time goat. He went and bought goat's meat.
No, cow pepper soup.
Cow pepper, something like that.
Yes.
And he brought it, so I ate.
And I cook jollof rice.
And he could put this men food where they will put pepper and everything together. You call it
balance.
Yeah, you want to call it balance.
No, she enjoyed the
just cut everything, pepper everything. What do you call it? Adalu, or what do you call it?
Student.
She enjoyed the meal. She licked the plate.
I enjoyed it anyway. Maybe because of the cow leg or so, I wouldn't know. That's all you can cook. It just no men's cook.
So that was a plus on your part.
So after a while, one day like that, he just called me. And that was about about months after.
Okay.
And he told me that, please, I would like to marry you. And not to useless you. I just want you to be my wife.
That's in quotes.
Not to useless you. I just want you to be my wife. I just laughed. When you are not thinking of anything and somebody just said something like that, I just laughed. I laughed. He was just looking at me. What is wrong with this lady? And then now I said, okay, give me time. let me go and pray and know what God is saying. So we left it like that. And it should be around December.
Okay.
That time.
1994.
Because I remember I was supposed to travel to the west from Yola. And that's okay. When you come back, I said, when I return from my journey, I'll come and tell you what the Lord is saying. So I left.
Okay, so one thing led to another. Finally, you said yes.
Yes, yeah, I said, finally, I said when I return.
Okay.
No, let me frustrate you this way.
Okay.
I could remember the reason why I desired to having her as my wife.
Okay, so
I look at her profession because she's good in graphics.
oh.
I remember there was a car she designed for me. You know.
I read.
She made
fine
a very.
arts.
She read the fine art.
Sure,
That's graphic.
okay.
She read the fine art from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, OAU. There was a car she designed for me. I love the car so much that when my children grew up, I showed them the card. I still have the card.
Wow.
I kept the card. So when I look at her profession and my profession, I discovered that the two profession is marriable.
Okay, so
That she's going to be of help to me. That we come together as husband and wife.
of course, you definitely saw qualities in her that make
Yes.
you say, okay, I want to
I'm
be more.
into printing and publishing.
All right, so you finally said yes, and of course, you decided to take the relationship to another level. Of course, you went into courtship, you know. So, what was courtship like? You give me this answer after the break. We'll be going on a break. When we return, we'll continue with the program. Stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching Counting the Years in Love, and our guest couple is Pastor and Deaconess Dayo Komolafe. All right, before the break, I was asking about courtship. What was the period of courtship like? What things was he doing in courtship that you didn't like? Did you see anything that looked like a threat that made you feel uncomfortable? Are you sure I'm ready to deal with this in marriage? What was it like?
The courtship was a very nice one.
Okay.
I didn't really, there was nothing like a threat
Okay.
that time. There is nothing, absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Because it was open enough to me.
All right.
And initially, what could have been a threat, as we talked about it earlier, before we entered into courtship, I told him one thing. I said, this courtship is going to be sex-free. That was the initial thing I before said to it. I said, there's nothing like sex until after marriage. If you are ready, then we enter into courtship. Then he said, yes.
That's right.
So that was when the courtship started, because it's easier to pull out when you are not comfortable. When there is issue, when sex is not there, I will not feel cheated.
Exactly.
And you can easily pull out at any time. So with that, it has really settled a lot.
Okay.
So we became good of friends. Sometimes he will take me to wherever he wants to. If I'm free, he will take me to where he's doing his
Work.
printing work.
Okay.
And I'll go there, I will see. So that is how.
Okay, so what about you on your part? Did you see things you did during courtship that you didn't think you liked, that you had to talk about? Of course, that's the essence of courtship, so that you straighten out things that you know you don't want in marriage.
As he earlier said, I was enough to open up myself to her. You know, there is not anything secret anywhere.
Okay.
I was open enough to tell her my background, where I'm coming from, so that something eventually she will not discover and say, okay, why don't you tell me this? There is not anything I hide from her.
So you guys were open.
So we open ourselves.
Transparency.
I'm very transparent in our relationship, and I understand one thing, that marriage is sweet. You understand? I understand that marriage is honorable, bed undefiled. So we have understood ourselves before we enter into courtship, that sex is sex-free.
All right.
You understand? Until we got married, there are the numbers of children we're expecting in the marriage.
Okay.
Maximums of 3, minimums of 2.
Okay.
And you can see today that I have 2 boys.
Praise God. Okay, since you said maximum of 3, why didn't you push so you could get a girl?
Reason why was when the second one came, it came by CS. I was in Yola when she was.
I mean, hearing you have 2 and they are boys, definitely
and,
you definitely wish you wanted.
When I came around and I saw her, the pains, the agony she went through the CS, I just changed my mind that no, I want to know what the third one would look like, and I'm not ready to do that as my wife. So I said no, the chapter closed.
Wow.
So let God bless the 2 I have on ground.
Thank God for the understanding. All right, beautiful. That's good enough. Now you finally got married, and of course things started to happen. What was the first major crisis you recorded in marriage? You've been married for 24, 23, going to 24 now. What was the first major crisis you recorded in your marriage, and what year was this?
Is it to me?
Yes, you.
Yes. After the marriage, you know, we are now together.
Yeah.
We can easily see each other. You can really see the
better than
whom you are, the true nature of whom you are. So during after a few months after marriage, 6 months after, I got pregnant, and during that pregnancy period, he showed me a lot of love.
Okay.
Wow.
And really, anywhere he's going, just hold my hand with big tummy. Anywhere we go together. And when I gave birth to our first child, there was no problem as well. Just few months after, I noticed that there is a kind of competition between father and child.
Okay.
That was the first thing I noticed. He just looked at it as if, this is my wife, you are my son. Why are you bringing gap between me and my wife? You see, you start looking at that. So men can be so jealous of their baby. It's not even somebody's baby, his own baby. Okay. So that is how the first thing I noticed, and gradually I was trying as much as possible to manage it. When the child is crying and he needs his food too, my husband needs his food, he expects me to satisfy both of them at the same time. Which is not possible. But what a woman of the house needs to apply wisdom so that he won't feel cheated. Okay. And with wisdom of God, we're able to overcome that aspect, because I know him first. You know me first before the child comes.
Okay.
That is it.
That actually was my leading question. So I was going to ask, when the children started coming in, how did it affect your relationship? That was actually my next question. And that happened to be your challenge.
Yes, the first challenge I faced. That was the first challenge.
So how you were able to overcome?
I need to just need to marry.
How were you able to do that?
When the child is crying, I can easily either I back the child or give him, in order to solve the problem. Okay, is it of the two?
Sir, okay. Why was it a big problem to you then?
The question is funny.
No, because one expects that this is your child. Like, parents will always want their children to be attended to first, yes, before them. So, but why was this such a problem? Because yes, we know that you married her. This is your wife. No one is dragging her with you, not even the children. But why was that situation, a challenge?
Well, one thing I just discovered that we have been so close that before any child comes in,
so no child should separate this one.
And I discovered that the child is trying to get more attention from the mother than I do. So men generally jealous. I have to be very sincere with you. But because of her closeness, she was my best friend. She is very, very close to me. We do a major of things together. We share together. There's any way I can. Even when she was pregnant, every day she was having a pendulum tummy. I'm not ashamed taking her anywhere. Do cooking, do a lot of things. That's the way I was brought up. So There was no any, it's only when the child is crying like this and I need attention, the child also need attention. At times I have to slap the bum of the baby.
Instead of rocking the child, instead of taking care of the child, you have to spank the child. What kind of jealousy is this one?
I have to be sincere. And the child will cry. So at least, and there are times I discovered that I love music. So I have one particular tape then. There's one that is crying like this. I will just put it on the sitter. Then I'll play the music. So so anytime you listen to the music, he will be singing, as small as he was, he will be also
He loved music.
He loved music.
Wow, that's lovely. That's
so
really
once he's crying like this, I just slot in the music and many of the gospel songs that you sing, where he's just sitting. That's how he'll be singing. And
okay, so you just looked for a way to get him off your back.
Yeah, so that I can have attention to my wife.
We don't have it all. He cooks, but in the area of paying attention to the child, he doesn't have it. He just you have to devise it.
I washed the napkin because at that time there was no any pampers. I do the washing.
So, but what you didn't want was come and don't take my wife's place.
Yes, so
all right, thank you so much. All right, so we'll be going on another break. When we return, we'll continue with the program. But I'll leave you with the question: who compromises more? After the break, we'll talk. Stay with us. The program is Counting the Years in Love. We'll be right back. Back. If you're just joining us, you're watching Counting the Years in Love, and our guest couple today is Pastor and Deaconess Dayo Komolafe. All right, so before the break, I asked the question: who compromises more when you have issues in the house, when there are issues, and who we always say, I just want to let go for peace to reign. Who is that person that would always want to let go?
I do.
You're the one?
Yes.
Are you serious? Is that true, sir?
At times I compromise as well.
No. Of course, there is no marriage that would thrive without compromise.
One I discover,
but who does more? That's the question.
When I discover, because I just have to wear a garment of humility and to allow peace to reign. Before, in the beginning of the marriage, once there's any crisis like that, one challenge or the other, I don't normally I always try to make sure that everything but along the line, when age is falling on me, I'm getting older, the understanding of the word of God dwell more on me, and I discover that it's not everything that you need to use strength to do. Calling on grace, to attempt to, once I'm hungry, it's an altar I inherited from my father's house of anger. You understand?
So she's right to say she compromises.
Yes.
Okay, so
but once I'm hungry, the best thing to do for me is just either I pick the car key and I drove out.
All right.
And by the time I return,
you're good. All right.
I'm balanced.
All right. So, sir, what moment do you look forward to more in your marriage? Every day that comes by, that passes by, what do you look forward to? What's your best moment in your marital relationship?
That is me.
Yes, sir. You. Okay, Ma, you want to help him out? He's thinking.
We look forward to a time where we look back and really thank God, because God has been the strength of this home.
Okay.
And we look forward to a time when our children, when they get married and then have happy home.
Yeah, your best moment.
Yes. And then the best moment is the time to sit down together as husband and wife in our old age and look back and really thank God, and also be blessing to the younger generations.
Wow. That's nice. All right. Sir, you want to contribute to that?
Well, we also be looking for a time where our job will fulfill over our children, seeing ourselves having rest roundabout, see settlement everywhere.
Okay.
Over our children, the academics, Then when they come to the time of choosing their life partner, giving them their own wife, because the one thing they saw in this home is that they saw that I love their mom.
Okay.
And they discovered that hardly I eat outside.
Okay, sir, we don't have too much time, so I might not be able to take all of the details. All right, so who is more time and security conscious?
Kabalabadabada.
You have to go into all.
It's daddy. Time and security. That's
Okay.
daddy.
Okay, always go around the house to see the doors are locked
That's
and
it.
everything.
He's so much. He loves security.
You had to
and,
go in tongues for to.
And then when we are going somewhere at 7, you can wake the whole house up 2.
Of course, I gave time today, and he came like an hour
That is
earlier,
it.
so we give it to him.
That-
I keep to time.
Those 2 is
Security
so
conscious, I am.
and time.
Okay, well, this is the much we can take today on the questions we're asking. Before we go, I'd like you to look at the people you're talking to, look at the camera, because these are the people watching you, and advise intending couples, married couples, just say something that you like them to know, about marriage. Although true that what works for A doesn't really work for B, but then with the experience that you have gathered, I'm sure you'll be able to advise people watching you about marriage.
Speak.
What I can advise couples is that they should marry their friends.
Okay.
It will solve the problem first, because when you marry your friend and then you are transparent in transparency, it will solve a lot of problems. Then also, there should be a way that understanding. Marriage will not work on its own. When you are courting, if the life you live, the way you relate is quite different from when you become husband and wife. The Bible says both Adam and Eve, they were naked and they were not ashamed. That transparency is very, very important. And then the ability to say, I'm sorry, is also important. It's not all the time that things will be rosy. Then don't keep faults. That was the day you do yesterday, the day before yesterday. So then 2 years ago you did this, 3 years ago you did this.
We let go.
You should have it part of your system that whenever there is any issue and you resolve it, let it go. Don't refer it to it again. Don't say that was the way you do the day before yesterday. Last year you did the same thing. 3 years you did it. 5 years, and also it will not allow the marriage to move. That means you did not forgive each other.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. What do you have to contribute to what she has said? She said a whole lot already.
I want to advise the viewer of the Liberation TV, who are intending couples and those that are married, that all what it takes to enjoy a blissful home is one, understanding the openness of the heart, then have the heart of forgiveness. When you step on each one's toes, let it go. Then let the word of grace begin to sit on you. Speak the word of grace when you offend each other. Call yourself together and sort out the problem. Don't let it be overnight. You should not deny of yourself, both husband and wife. You should not deny yourself of your conjugal rights. These are the things that normally cause a lot of problem in many homes. And as long as these are in place, and communication, there should be no breach of communication. There should be constant talking. If your wife have gone to work, keep chatting with her till night she return back home. Not that because she's far away you didn't talk. These are all the issues that normally combine problems in marriages. And with all this in place, you'll have the best heaven or heart marriage. The Lord bless you all.
Amen. Thank you very much, sir. We're very pleased to have you on the program today. God bless you and bless your home in Jesus' name.
Amen.
All right. So before we go, when last did this man sing to this beautiful woman by his side?
He sings occasionally.
Occasionally, okay.
Yes.
All right. So it's a good thing he sings. So we'd
Yes.
like you to serenade her. Just sing her a love song, sir. We're waiting. At least amongst the many you sing for her occasionally, I'm sure you can.
It took me unawares. Well, you can remind me, so I will sing for you now.
Oh, it won't be nice anymore. We just want you to do something really nice for her.
Love song.
A love song.
Those ones I used to play often.
She's even giving you clue. Those ones used to play often.
Well, anytime I didn't see her, maybe I comes around, I didn't see my wife at home. When I asked my children, I was singing Yoruba song. Ẹ bá wo lólùfẹ́ mi lọ, ẹ bá wo lólùfẹ́ mi lọ, ẹni tó mọ̀lé olólùfẹ́, ẹ bá mi wo lólùfẹ́ mi lọ.
That's when you do not see her. So what when you see her? Anyways, I took you on our ways. Thank you so much for coming on the program. We truly do appreciate you. God bless you so much. Wow, this is the most we can take on the program today, counting the years in love. Until we come your way again next time, we want to thank you very much on behalf of the media and production team. We say God loves you. We want to encourage that you put God first in your marital relationship, and we know that things definitely will work for your good. Thank you so much, Pastor and Deaconess Dio.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. All right then. Take care. Bye-bye.